My child, listen carefully because this message is not an accident. Right now, something powerful is happening in your life that will completely change your financial future. At this very moment, there is a wealthy person who does not even know you yet, but your name has been placed in their heart. They are being prepared to write your name on a check to bless you in a way that will feel like a miracle. Do not let doubt make you scroll away because this is a divine setup that has been in motion for months. I have been arranging every detail like pieces on a chessboard, waiting for the perfect moment to bring you into alignment with the blessing that has your name written on it. Every struggle you faced, every tear you cried over bills, every night you worried about how your family would survive, I have seen and recorded. You thought nobody noticed your faith when you gave, even when you had little. But I was watching every time you chose to trust instead of giving up. The lies that told you wealth isn't for you, that good things never happen to you. Those lies are being broken today. Your name is in the book of blessing, and no power in hell can erase it. Right now, a wealthy person with more money than they could ever spend is being stirred with compassion for your life. Their heart is open, and I am showing them visions and dreams that will lead them directly to you. But you must understand this blessing is not random. It is the result of your faith in hard times, your persistence in prayer, and your generous heart when you had nothing left to give. This is the harvest of seeds you planted in tears. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine opening your mailbox and finding an envelope with a life-changing check. Imagine answering a phone call that instantly removes every financial burden you've been carrying. This is not fantasy. It is not chance. This is divine timing. Angels are already at work, clearing the path, binding the forces that tried to block your blessing, unlocking doors that have been shut for years, and releasing opportunities that seemed impossible until now. What has been delayed is about to be delivered. Your season of lack has expired, and a season of overflow is beginning. This blessing is more than money. It is a shift in your family's story. Poverty that followed generations before you is about to stop with you. Your children and their children will walk in blessings they never dreamed possible, because of what is being released into your life right now. Some of you have wondered if God even knows your address, but I assure you, I know exactly where you are, exactly what you need, and exactly when to deliver it. Your benefactor has been praying about how to use their wealth for a greater purpose, and you are the answer to their prayer. This inheritance will not come with strings or conditions. It will not come as manipulation. It will be a pure gift motivated by divine love. This person has already been tested and has proven they can be trusted with wealth. They have asked for direction, and you are that direction. Your responsibility is not to chase after them, but to prepare your heart, clear out bitterness, forgive past hurts, release jealousy, and get ready to receive. You are not poor. You are pre-wealthy. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. This blessing will arrive through completely legal and secure ways. Documents are already being prepared. Advisors are being consulted, and the process has started in the unseen world. Even now, steps are being taken to make sure nothing blocks this miracle. It will not be a small gift. It will be enough to eliminate debts, create savings, invest in opportunities, and bless others as you were always meant to do. Some will receive a lump sum, others will receive ongoing streams. But either way, it will be more than you imagined. This is not just relief, it is transformation. You are stepping into a life where needs are met before you even ask. Your faithfulness in little has prepared you for much. The enemy wanted you to give up, to think small, to live limited. But those chains are broken. You are about to see exceedingly more than you ever expected. This blessing is timed perfectly to meet you at the moment you thought you couldn't make it any longer. It will be undeniable, shocking, and overwhelming. People will question it. Some will doubt it. But your testimony will prove it is real. This inheritance will fund your destiny, expand your purpose, and give you freedom to focus on what really matters. You are not just receiving money. You are receiving mentorship, wisdom, and supernatural guidance to multiply what is placed in your hands. You are stepping into a life where you become a river, not just a reservoir. Your story will be told as proof that God still answers prayers, still moves supernaturally, and still breaks financial chains. Prepare yourself because the call, the check, the breakthrough is closer than you think. Final preparations are being made now. The timing is perfect. The amount is decided. The blessing is sealed. Get ready to receive what has been prepared for you since the beginning. This is not the time to shrink back in fear. This is the time to expand your vision and stretch your faith wider than it has ever been before. Do not think small anymore, because small thinking cannot contain the size of blessing that is coming. You are about to walk into rooms you never thought you would enter, sign papers you never imagined you would sign, and stand in places you once thought were reserved for other people. What is being released into your life will feel unfamiliar at first because you have lived in lack for so long, but you will quickly realize this is what you were prepared for all along. I have been shaping your heart, not just your wallet, so that when this inheritance comes, you will not waste it, you will not lose it, and you will not allow it to destroy you. Instead, you will manage it with wisdom, multiply it with understanding, and use it to touch lives far beyond your own family. Your blessing is not just about survival. It is about influence. It is about shifting communities, funding visions, supporting dreams, and building legacies that last for generations. You thought you were praying for a bill to be paid, but I was planning a destiny to be funded. You thought you needed a one-time breakthrough, but I was preparing a lifetime of provision. Every delay, every test, every closed door was not rejection. It was redirection. If the blessing had come earlier, you may not have been ready, but now you are. Now your character has been forged in the fire of struggle. Now your wisdom has been sharpened through trial. Now your heart has been humbled by waiting. And because of that, you will handle this increase with grace. Do not fear sudden wealth, because the same God who provides it will protect it. I am surrounding your finances with angelic covering. Scammers, manipulators, and greedy hands will not touch what belongs to you. You will have discernment to say no when you need to say no, and wisdom to say yes when opportunities align with your destiny. You will not lose this blessing to foolish mistakes, because divine guidance will guard every decision. The person who is about to release this inheritance into your life has already been receiving dreams, visions, and inner confirmations that you are the one they are meant to bless. They have asked me for clarity, and I have given it to them. Soon you will meet in a way that cannot be explained by coincidence. It will feel supernatural, because it is supernatural. And when you see them, your spirit will know instantly that this is the connection I promised. You do not need to force it. You do not need to chase it. You only need to remain ready, because the blessing is coming directly to you. The transfer of wealth is already in motion. Banks are being contacted, attorneys are being positioned, and financial advisors are being aligned so that when the moment comes, everything happens quickly, smoothly, and without unnecessary delay. What usually takes years will happen in weeks. What normally gets stuck in red tape will pass through effortlessly, because divine favor is accelerating the process. Prepare your home. Prepare your accounts. Prepare your mind. Faith without preparation is empty. So start making room now. Open the space in your life to handle overflow. The inheritance will not only pay off debts, but also create opportunities for investments, property, business, education, and generational security. You will not just get by. you will step into abundance. For too long, poverty has made you believe that having enough is the same as being blessed. But I am showing you what true blessing looks like. More than enough, pressed down, shaken together, running over, and as you overflow, others around you will be lifted. Your testimony will not just be words. It will be visible, evidence. People who doubted will see undeniable proof. Those who mocked your prayers will witness your breakthrough. Those who turned their backs when you were in need will stand amazed at your transformation. But do not use this blessing for revenge. Use it for redemption. Do not use it to prove others wrong. Use it to prove God right. This inheritance is not only about your financial situation. It is about your assignment. Money is not the goal. Money is the tool. The goal is impact. The goal is influence. The goal is kingdom work. I am about to release you from the bondage of financial worry, so you can focus on the higher calling you have ignored because of survival pressure. When you no longer worry about bills, your mind will be free to dream again. When you no longer count coins, your spirit will be free to count possibilities. And with the resources I am placing in your hands, you will be able to step fully into the life you were designed to live. Your blessing will carry ripple effects into your children's future. They will see a different example. They will learn what abundance looks like without arrogance. They will grow up not fearing poverty, but expecting prosperity. They will know that faith works because they watched it work in your life. You are rewriting your bloodline story. What was once lack will now be legacy. What was once broken will now be built. What was once a cycle of debt will now be a cycle of abundance. And it all starts with the inheritance that is already on its way to you. Even now, as you hear this word, the wealthy individual has peace in their heart about releasing the funds. Their fear of giving too much is being replaced with joy at being chosen for this assignment. They understand that they are not losing money. They are sowing into destiny. And you are that destiny. You are the answer to their prayer, just as they are the answer to yours. I want you to start thinking bigger about what you will do once the blessing arrives. Do not only plan for relief, plan for expansion. Do not only dream of comfort, dream of impact. The resources will be large enough to take care of every legitimate need and still have enough to create opportunities for others. This is not just breakthrough. This is overflow. You will stand as living testimony that God still does miracles. People will hear your story and believe again. Your testimony will carry hope into hopeless places. And this blessing will not fade or disappear because it is not built on shaky ground. It is built on divine decree. Every part of this process has been secured, protected, and sealed in the spiritual realm, waiting only for the perfect moment to manifest in the physical. That moment is almost here. Get ready, because what I am about to release will not just change your today, it will change your tomorrow, your future, and the generations that come after you. You thought you were forgotten, but you were being prepared. You thought you were delayed, but you were being positioned. And now the time has come. The papers are being signed. The funds are being moved. The blessing is being released. Nothing and no one can stop what has been ordained for you. Your inheritance is on its way. And when it arrives, your life will never be the same again. And now hear me, because the final part of this message is just as important as everything you have already received. The blessing is not just coming. It is arriving sooner than you expect. And the moment it arrives, everything in your life will shift. The struggles that once felt like mountains will feel like dust beneath your feet. The nights you cried wondering how you would survive will become stories you tell while sitting in peace and abundance. You will look back and realize that every single delay was not punishment, but preparation. Every rejection was protection. Every setback was setting you up for this very moment. And now you stand on the edge of a brand new chapter. A chapter written in abundance. A chapter written in inheritance. A chapter written in freedom. Do not be afraid of change, because change is the only way you will step out of the old life and into the new. You cannot hold on to poverty thinking and expect wealth to stay. Release the old mindset. Release the fear. Release the doubt. Release the bitterness. You must open your hands to receive, because clenched fists cannot catch blessings. Open your heart, because the flow of this inheritance is as much spiritual as it is financial. I am not only giving you resources, I am giving you peace of mind. I am giving you clarity of purpose. I am giving you boldness to walk in rooms you once thought were too big for you. You will not enter them as a beggar. You will enter them as a builder. You will not speak as someone desperate. You will speak as someone destined. The inheritance that is coming is not just money. It is authority. It is influence. It is favor that cannot be explained by natural means. The wealthy person I have placed in position is only the vessel. I am the source. Do not worship the vessel. Do not fear the vessel. Simply recognize them as a bridge between your need and my supply. I will use them to release what was already set aside for you. Because what is yours cannot be stolen. What is yours cannot be delayed forever. What is yours must reach you in its appointed time. And that appointed time is now. You may feel unworthy, but worthiness was never the requirement. Obedience was the requirement. Faith was the requirement. And you have walked in both, even when you were weary, even when you doubted yourself, even when you wanted to give up. You chose to keep going. And that persistence has brought you to this exact moment of release. The season of barely enough has ended. The season of overflow is beginning. Do not be surprised when you start to notice unusual movements around your finances, unexpected deposits, sudden approvals, forgotten opportunities reappearing, people contacting you with offers that seem too good to be true, but are in fact the answers to your prayers. This is the manifestation of the inheritance. It will not come all at once for everyone, but for some it will. And for others it will arrive in waves, one after another, each bigger than the last. Whichever way it comes, trust that it is part of the design. And as it arrives, remember to honor the source, because what you honor multiplies. Use what you receive wisely. Pay off what is holding you back. Save and invest what will secure your future. Sow into lives that are struggling the way you once struggled. But above all, live in gratitude. Gratitude is the key that keeps the doors of blessing open. The wealthy individual who is being moved to release this inheritance will themselves be blessed even more for their obedience. And together your stories will become a testimony that inspires thousands. Do not be surprised when your name becomes known in circles you never imagined, not because you chased fame, but because you carried faith. I am about to lift you so high that people will not be able to explain it without using the word miracle. You will stand as evidence that faith is real, that prayers are answered, and that God is faithful to keep promises. And when you stand in that moment, remember to breathe it in. Remember to lift your head and say, "This is the moment I was waiting for. This is the season I was praying for. This is the inheritance I was promised." Do not fear losing it, because what I give cannot be stolen when you steward it with wisdom. I will teach you how to grow it, how to protect it, how to multiply it. You will not return to lack, because lack has been cut off from your life. Poverty is not your portion anymore. Generational wealth is your portion. Peace is your portion. Overflow is your portion. And it begins now. So I speak to your future, and I declare it is bright. I speak to your household, and I declare it is blessed. I speak to your finances, and I declare they are multiplying. I speak to your inheritance, and I declare it is released. And I speak to your spirit, and I declare it is ready. The moment you leave this message, walk with expectation. Walk like someone who knows a blessing is chasing them down. Walk like someone who knows checks are being signed in their name. Walk like someone who knows doors are about to open. Walk like someone who has already received the promise. Because your walk of faith will attract the final manifestation of what I have prepared for you. And when it comes, when you hold it, when you see it, let your heart overflow with gratitude. Lift your voice and testify. Share what happened, because your story is the seed that will birth faith in someone else who is still waiting. Your story will make them believe again. And as you share it, you will see that this inheritance was never just about you. It was about everyone connected to you. This is bigger than bills. This is bigger than money. This is about destiny. And destiny is here. The inheritance is here. The blessing is here, and nothing can take it away from you. Now receive it, walk in it, and live in it, because the promise has become reality. The waiting has turned into receiving, and the struggle has transformed into testimony. This is your time. This is your release. This is your inheritance, and it will never be taken from you. And even after you receive this inheritance, understand this truth. The story is not ending. It is only beginning. Too many think that the blessing is the finish line, but in reality, the blessing is the starting point of a new assignment. The inheritance you are about to walk into is a doorway, not a destination. Through it, you will discover paths you did not even know existed. Hidden opportunities will begin to call your name. Ideas that once felt impossible will now feel possible. Projects that seemed too large will now appear manageable. The resources you once lacked are now in your hands, and with them comes the responsibility to dream at a higher level. Do not think small when you have been positioned for greatness. Do not limit yourself when I have removed every ceiling. You will begin to notice how quickly things align. Where once you had to push and pull and fight to make progress, now things will seem to flow with ease. People will find you. Doors will open for you. Resources will appear for you, and all of it will feel as though the universe itself has shifted in your favor. That is not imagination. That is manifestation. What was once against you is now for you. The inheritance has changed your atmosphere, and with that shift comes authority. You will speak, and things will move. You will declare, and things will align. The authority you carry is not arrogance. It is empowerment. You have been given permission to create, to expand, to build without limits. And as you move in that authority, others will be drawn to you. Some will come for help. Some will come for wisdom. And some will come for guidance. And you will have enough to give because you are no longer operating out of lack. You are operating out of overflow. The same God who placed this blessing in your hands will continue to replenish it as you release it into others. The flow will never stop because you were not chosen to be a reservoir. You were chosen to be a river. And as long as the river flows, it will never run dry. The inheritance is proof that you were trusted to be a carrier of more. And as you prove faithful with more, even greater will be placed in your hands. The wealthy person who was assigned to release this inheritance into your life is not the only one who will bless you. Others are already being stirred. Their names may be unknown to you now, but soon they will become connections. Divine helpers, destiny partners, who step into your story with resources, with opportunities, with influence, all of it designed to push you further into the fullness of your calling. You will never again say you are alone because help is being sent to you from every direction. North, south, east, and west helpers are coming. And when they arrive, do not doubt it. Do not hesitate. Receive what they carry, for they are answers to your prayers. Remember, you are not living in a season of random blessing. You are living in a season of intentional alignment. Every detail has been carefully orchestrated. Every step has been perfectly planned. You are walking into destiny so precise that you will look back in awe at how everything connected. You will say to yourself, "Now I understand why I had to go through what I went through. Now I see why I had to wait. Now I know why doors were closed. Because if they had opened then, I would not be here now." And when you stand in that realization, you will find your faith stronger than ever before. You will pray with confidence, not doubt. You will speak with certainty, not fear. You will walk with boldness, not hesitation. Because you will know that if this inheritance has manifested, then everything else promised must also manifest. This is only the beginning of miracles. Finances are being unlocked now, but soon it will extend into every area of your life. Health will improve, relationships will be restored, clarity will return, and peace will settle in ways you have never experienced before. The inheritance was the key that unlocked the door, but behind that door is an entire mansion of blessings waiting to be explored. You are stepping into rooms of joy, into rooms of peace, into rooms of impact. Your name will carry weight, not because of money alone, but because of the calling that rests upon your life. Money without calling is empty, but calling with money becomes unstoppable. And that is where you stand now, unstoppable. You will notice how fear tries to whisper, how doubt tries to creep back in, but you will silence those voices because you now carry undeniable proof that faith works. You will say to yourself, "I can never go back to fear. I can never go back to lack. I can never go back to doubt. Because I have seen with my own eyes what obedience produces." And as you live in that truth, you will notice how generations after you begin to shift. Children will carry new confidence. Families will break cycles that lasted decades. Entire communities will rise because of one person's breakthrough. And that one person is you. You were chosen not just to be blessed, but to be a blessing. You were chosen not just to receive, but to distribute. You were chosen not just to survive, but to lead. And now your leadership begins. Do not shrink back. Do not play small. The world is waiting for the manifestation of what you carry. And now that resources are in your hand, you have no excuse not to release it. Dream again, build again, create again. Take the vision you wrote down years ago and dust it off, because now you have what you need to bring it to life. The inheritance was the missing piece, and now the puzzle is complete. Step boldly, for your future is bright. Step confidently, for your steps are ordered. Step joyfully, for your season has come. Nothing is stopping you now, and nothing will stop you tomorrow. You are walking in a perpetual flow of blessing, and as I seal this word over your life, remember this: the same God who started it will sustain it. The same God who opened the door will keep it open. The same God who released the inheritance will increase it until you no longer count in thousands but in millions, and not just in money but in impact, in lives touched, in hope restored, in faith renewed. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a new story, one that will echo for generations. Your inheritance has arrived. Your destiny has unfolded, and your testimony will never be silenced.